Gravity Falls is unlike any other cartoon to ever premiere on the Disney Channel, and for good reason.
Who knows what other secrets are waiting to be unlocked?
The show was serialized, characters changed outfits, and there were layers beneath every single episode years later, and people are still discovering things they never noticed before. Whether you were hooked on episode 1 or binge-watched after the series finale, we're here to showcase some surprising facts, hidden trivia, and a few things you may never have even known about the series. Now let's dive right in and rediscover one of the greatest summer adventures ever. Everybody loves a good conspiracy theory, or some crazy way to connect seemingly random shows together. Gravity Falls and Rick and Morty may air on completely different networks, and fans can't help but notice the connections between them. During a scene where there is a giant group of portals, watch closely as a pen, notepad, and mug come flying out of one of the portals. Those are the same exact objects Grunkle Stan loses when the portal sucks them in. So are Rick and Morty and Gravity Falls truly connected? Probably not, even though there are a lot more connections between the shows. Gravity Falls showrunner Alex Hirsch and Rick and Morty showrunner Justin Roiland are good friends, and likely created those Easter eggs together. In the 40 episodes of Gravity Falls, no one has had quite the adventures like Blendin Blandin. The time traveler has gone through a lot of ups and downs, been sent to jail, was once enemies of Dipper and Mabel, and then became friends with them again. Oh yeah, toss in a lot of time traveling on top of it. While many of us were first introduced to Blendin in the Time Traveler's Pig, the character actually makes multiple appearances before having any on-screen dialogue. In a showcase of the brilliant planning and world building of Gravity Falls, there are multiple episodes where Blendin appears in the background, using his time-traveling abilities to fix some anomalies that Dipper and Mabel caused. The pilot episode Tourist Trapped actually features him, far in the background picking up a hair clip Mabel dropped. Gravity Falls is filled with pop culture references and funny gags. But for children who grew up in 90s, nothing may be better than the show's fictional boy band several times. Featuring blonde-haired clone singers, the characters not only showcase the greatness of the boy band craze while also poking fun at it, but the voice behind the clones was a huge person in the craze itself. Alex Hirsch was able to get Lance Bass to voice the characters on the show, and even do a little singing on short songs like Cray Cray. The main reason Alex sought out Lance Bass? To please his sister Ariel. He even used a cryptogram in the episode to write out "Happy now, Ariel?" During production, the twin siblings even met Lance Bass when he was coming in to record his lines. There's plenty of stuff going on with just the main plot of Gravity Falls, but every episode is truly packed with small details, hidden moments, and big surprises. It's easy to zone out during most TV show theme songs, but Gravity Falls forces viewers to pay attention to every detail. Towards the end of the credits, it's hard to miss the whispers played during a majority of the episodes. Even if you turn up your TV though, the whispers will be nearly impossible to understand. The reason? They are all played backwards. And it didn't take long to figure this out. Turns out the actual dialogue in the whispers were extra clues to help solve the cryptograms, including switch A to Z, 26 letters, and 3 letters back. The clues definitely help viewers solve those end title mysteries a lot more easily. The supporting cast of Gravity Falls helps build the world of the show, and each role is more essential than the last. Through the episodes, we got to meet the characters Agent Powers and Agent Trigger. Turns out these guys have been following Dipper and Mabel for a while, and we can spot their undercover actions through a ton of episodes. They appear behind newspapers in the theater for episode Sock Opera, show up in the background for the episode Love God, and also appear on the upper level of the mall for the episode Susan the Real Girl. It's easy to ignore the background or add a lot of filler, but the Gravity Falls animation team always goes out of their way to create small details like this for fans. As Gravity Falls went through the early production process, it took a lot of time to put all the pieces together. Jason Ritter was initially cast as the young Dipper, but temporarily had to leave the role as he worked on another show. Once the show was canceled, the schedule was still open for Ritter to return, and the voice of Dipper was fully set in place. 40 episodes later, and Ritter continued to voice the character, even doing a special live script reading for fans of the show. Seeing the voices live is truly a sight to see, especially considering Ritter had a mustache during this reading. Pulling back the curtain on the voices behind the series shows how much goes into the animation. Despite being one of the main villains on Gravity Falls, the triangular dream demon Bill Cipher has a huge following and has constantly been a fan favorite. Clearly, creator Alex Hirsch sees their love for this and created something really special when Gravity Falls was coming to an end. Turning the mysteries of the animation into a true-to-life global manhunt, Hirsch hid an actual statue of Bill Cipher in a mysterious location. Thanks to a number of clues and die-hard fans working together, the statue was found on a trail in the state of Oregon. Any fans who physically went there were treated to some great Gravity Falls merchandise, and of course, plenty of selfie opportunities with Bill Cipher. And while it was awesome seeing Bill Cipher in the real world, he has been intertwined in the show for as long as we can remember. Much similar to the Deathly Hallows symbol in Harry Potter, the Bill Cipher symbol was often hidden in plain sight, almost haunting the characters of Gravity Falls before he made his official debut on the show. The attic of the Mystery Shack has a stained glass window, but the design isn't random at all. It's clearly Bill Cipher. The seeds were also there for the evil entity to come and haunt the world of Gravity Falls. Sibling relationships are all the norm for sitcoms and cartoons, but there's truly something special found in the bond with Mabel and Dipper. Show creator Alex Hirsch based a lot of their relationship off his own with his twin sister Ariel, and to help keep the cartoon siblings realistic, he crafted a number of rules for the characters. One of the biggest rules? They like each other. Even if they make bad decisions or annoy one another, at the end of the day, they truly like each other and have a great sibling bond. Other rules focus on their intelligence, ability to bond, and how crazy situations like the ones in Gravity Falls help draw them closer together. In the cartoon world, a character's wardrobe often never changes. SpongeBob wears his square pants, Doug loves that vest, and Phineas often rocks a striped tee. This is what sets Mabel out from the rest. In every episode of Gravity Falls, she is pretty much in a different sweater design. There have been over 100 designs in all, and Hirsch found inspiration directly from his sister and her fashion choices while growing up. Among some of the crazier designs includes a light bulb that lights up, the Weenie Dog sweater that goes around the whole design, and the purple and yellow striped sweater in honor of Freddy Krueger from the episode Summerween. Naturally, her wide wardrobe options have created a lot of cosplay designs for fans of the show. When the town of Gravity Falls was first established, there were some crazy laws set into place. If you missed out on the small details, you may not know how wacky some of these laws are, and how they are still being upheld by the town. Yep, it's true. The citizens of Gravity Falls have the right to legally marry a woodpecker, although we're not sure how well the marriage would hold up outside of the town lines. And moon people, which we can only assume are aliens, are also outlawed in the town. The Finders Keepers law allows anyone who holds the physical deed to a property to actually own the property or land. And once you turn 10 years old, you are legally tried as an adult and can be jailed for all of your crimes. Yikes! Imagine if some of these were actually legal in the whole United States. Poor Suze grew up without knowing who his father was, and it clearly had an impact on him. Not only does he envision his father as a masked wrestler, but one of his biggest inspirations is a wrestler named Terry America. The fictional character never actually appears on the show, but Alex Hirsch shared this information through a special Reddit Ask Me Anything session. For wrestling fans, the name Terry America is directly related to real-life wrestling legend Hulk Hogan. Hogan's real name is Terry, and for a brief period of time, he wrestled as the masked superstar known as Mr. America. Mix the two together and you have Terry America. Another layer of creative planning on the show comes with all of the fictional TV shows created through the series. When Stan, Mabel, or Dipper plop down to watch television, you know there will be something great on the TV. They could be watching the period mystery show Duck-tective. Maybe the action show where a tiger gets a human arm, better known as Tiger Fist. Sometimes there would be an older show on, like the drama The Duchess Approves. There's also some crazy reality TV shows, including the talk show Why You Actin' So Cray Cray, the game show Cash Wheel, and the reality show Baby Fights. Naturally, we would love to see a full-blown episode of any of these fictional series. Before Gravity Falls was fully greenlit for a series, Alex Hirsch was asked to create a short pilot for the show. Using some rough flash animation and stand-in voices for some of the characters, the world of Gravity Falls was created, but looked a bit different than the final polished product. After years of keeping the plot hidden from the masses, it was finally released online, but only through a private website where a username and password were required. Naturally, fans flocked to the website to compare the original designs with the final destination. In the past few years, the world of Hollywood has been really shaken up as stories, accusations, and truths about some of our favorite actors came to the forefront of news. One of these actors was Louis C.K. Accused of various types of misconduct, Louis C.K. eventually admitted to these accusations, and his career took a major turn. Not only was the comedian removed from his role in the Secret Life of Pets series, but he also has a small guest role on Gravity Falls. In the three-part finale of the series, Louis C.K. played the horrifying, sweaty, one-armed monstrosity. Once news broke out about the actor, Disney instantly redubbed his lines, and Alex Hirsch took over the part instead. Even though the voice was dubbed over, the character still slightly resembles Louis C.K. Even though Gravity Falls ended after 2 seasons, the show has found multiple ways to live on. One of them was through a special graphic novel. The book was entitled Gravity Falls Lost Legends 4 All New Adventures, and features 4 different stories set in the world of Gravity Falls. The stories pretty much stand on their own and directly relate to the world of comic books, but one of them could be considered a direct sequel to the series finale of the show. In Don't Dimension It, characters wander around looking for any more possible portals located within Gravity Falls. The publication of the graphic novel in 2018 gives people hope that maybe one day an additional season or Gravity Falls movie will be planned. The name of the show, Gravity Falls, already has a lot of mystery to it, but also has a clever pun built right into the title. In other words, it's essentially perfect. So how did Alex Hirsch come up with the title? Was it blended from Disney's creative machine? Nope. While walking down the street one day, Alex was near a pie shop when the title just popped into his head. It stuck, became unforgettable, and helped forge a lot of the show to branch off just the name of the town. And now here we are, all wishing Gravity Falls was a real place we could visit and interact with. One of the more fascinating parts of the Gravity Falls opening credits is the large collection of Polaroid pictures sprawled out on the screen. Not only can you spot a half-portrait of Alex Hirsch near the top of the collage, but one of the more noticeable pictures is the black and white image of Batboy. While it clearly looks like a design created just for the show, the Batboy drawing is an homage to the Weekly World News cover star known as Batboy. The iconic image graced the tabloid magazine dozens and dozens of times before it officially closed in 2007. Even with Weekly World News not publishing any new issues, Batboy lived on, and Gravity Falls has helped build the legend of the character into a whole new generation. With only 2 seasons and 40 episodes, fans are constantly craving more Gravity Falls and adventures with Mabel and Dipper. So what exactly happened? Did Disney cut the show short? Was it canceled? None of the above. This was the plan all along. Alex Hirsch had a vision for the show, played it out over 2 seasons, and wanted the idea of a single summer to stick for the characters. The events of a single summer also fit the mold for Phineas and Ferb, but clearly their show bended the rules a little bit as it went on for 222 episodes and multiple TV movies. Gravity Falls stayed a little more grounded, but there's no stopping the show from jumping forward to the next summer and creating a whole new adventure for our characters. Gravity Falls has had numerous guest voices over the years, and each one has helped the show draw in new viewers and provide a lot of fun moments. J.K. Simmons voiced the characters of Ford Pines, while Alfred Molina played the Multi-Bear. Both actors were integral parts of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, and Molina's 8-headed bear is a nice homage to the octopus-inspired name Doc Ock. That's not the only Spider-Man connection through Gravity Falls either. Alex Hirsch was hired to help flesh out story and dialogue for the Academy Award-winning animated movie Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. While he never received final screen credit, he did put a lot of work into characters like Miles. How do you find inspiration for a cartoon-filled world like Gravity Falls? Well, you take a road trip. To help create some inspiration for his writing team and art production crew, Alex Hirsch planned a big road trip between seasons 1 and 2. But this was no trip booked at the Holiday Inn. Instead, they stopped along multiple oddities across the West Coast, including various tourist traps and hotels in the middle of nowhere. And the trip worked. They found a lot of great ideas for the show, including a large lumberjack, mysteries of the forest, and some gift shops with unique items that they could directly implement on the show. We just have to wonder how many crazy summer adventures the show actually inspired in real life. Looking for more details and clues to check out the next time you're binging episodes of Gravity Falls? Well, check for the number 618 scattered throughout the series. The number often appears, shown on everything from walls to addresses. But what does it mean exactly? Well, there's no huge mystery here, just a fun Easter egg. The 618 refers to June 18th, Alex Hirsch's birthday. Of course, this is the same birthday as his twin sister Ariel, making the connection between siblings even stronger and adding a fun touch for Dipper and Mabel as well. And while you're on the hunt for numbers through the background and small details, you should also start looking for letters as well. One thing you may notice, especially in the Mystery Shack, the use of the letter H. This one is pretty simple as well. Alex Hirsch has the letter inserted into multiple shots to represent his last name. Nothing more than that. Much like how Matt Groening uses Homer Simpson's hair to create an M, the H is a great nod to the creator of the show and a fun Easter egg to point out to friends while watching episodes. One of the biggest plot elements of all of Gravity Falls is the coveted Journal 3. Appearing in the pilot of the show, Dipper finds the journal and uses it to discover and define all of the mysterious creatures and beings found in Gravity Falls. While we could spend all day pausing and studying the screenshots of the journal, you can actually own a copy for yourself. Disney published the full version of Journal 3 to the masses, allowing fans of the show to keep up with all the creatures and go on some adventures of their own. The highly detailed journal is a great collector's item and fun companion of the show. Ever wanted to create your own adventures in Gravity Falls? Well, you have your chance thanks to Disney Infinity 2.0 and 3.0. The Toys to Life gaming series never actually produced any Gravity Falls figures, but the digital content in the game featured plenty to create and play with. There's the Mystery Shack, multiple vehicles, and a lot of background decorations. If you collect power discs, one of the main ones to look for is Mabel's Kittens for Fists. The upgrade allows any character to shoot out kittens and attack opponents with them. Mabel and Dipper costumes were also available in the toy box mode of the game. So, did you enjoy the deep dive into the world of Gravity Falls? What fact was the most surprising? Are you ready to see the show return or have a full-length movie? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Screen Rant for more great content.